Webinar 9, the Digital Customer Experience. Welcome to Session 9 of the Digital for Tourism webinar series. In this new section of the series, we will be closely exploring the consumer perspective of digital applications for tourism. In this session, the focus will be on the digital customer experience, to demonstrate how digital technologies can be applied throughout the consumer journey to improve overall experience and increase company revenues. In the previous session, we delved into the applications of digital technologies for marketing and business development. As such, our viewers should now have a clearer perspective of how they can improve their products and services for potential clients. However, it's equally important to consider the customer's needs when drawing up digital marketing strategies. Every customer that visits a tourism operator's website looking for information or to purchase a product or a service will go through a so-called customer journey. There are several methods in which companies can intervene in this journey and raise brand awareness, thus improving their client portfolios. At the end of this session, you should be able to examine ways of applying digital technologies to enhance the customer experience, learn how to map the customer journey, understand the various stages in the purchase cycle, presentation of the main concepts. Mapping the customer journey. The customer journey refers to the client's entire experience with a brand, starting from the initial contact through the process of engagement with browsing and purchasing, and up until the formation of a long-term relationship. Essentially, the customer journey can be seen as a powerful tool in identifying key interactions that a consumer has with a company or brand. SMEs can choose to look at the entire journey or focus on a specific aspect of their client's experience. Irrespective of which part is investigated, this tool analyzes how a customer is feeling about a particular product or service, what motivates his or her decisions, and also how they interact with the product or service. Simple customer journey map. Customer journey maps are often presented as simple infographics. However, the more stages a business uses in its customer journey, the more complex the final map becomes. We will take a look at a simple map that can be used by several companies in the tourism sector. Engage. The first stage is engagement, where a customer makes the first contact with a brand through different channels, such as advertising, seeing a product in a shop, or through a recommendation. Purchase. The second stage between the customer and the brand is the purchasing of the product or service. Use. The third stage occurs when a customer uses the purchased product or service. Share. The fourth stage is a crucial aspect of the customer journey, as it involves the stage at which consumers share their experience with other potential clients, directly or via online forums or recommendation websites. 5. Complete. The final stage of the customer journey is at the end of the relationship between the customer and the brand on a specific purchase interaction. At this phase, a client may either become a repeat customer as he or she has had a positive journey, or may shift to a competing brand and restart the journey with it. For example, choosing a restaurant for dinner. Despite the fact that the above customer journey may be straightforward, not all maps can actually function properly when applied to a real-life context. Taking the situation of choosing a restaurant for dinner, anyone who's ever attempted to find a great place to eat will be well aware at the sheer amount of customer experiences and reviews available across various channels and platforms. For example, a simple customer journey map for a restaurant called Botanique in Brussels could look like this. Engage. A potential customer looks for high-rated restaurants in Brussels on their favourite search service. The fact that Botanique has invested in search engine optimization of its website also means that it keeps a close eye on its reviews on platforms such as TripAdvisor, since these tend to have a high ranking in search engine results. Reserve. A client has made a reservation at Botanique through the website, which was confirmed via email. Effectively, there's no purchase being made at this stage, but the first contact between the brand and the client has been established. Use. At this stage, the client has completed the meal at Botanique and is assessing the value of the product and service received versus the expectations created in the first stage of the customer journey. Share. The customer is very happy with the food and level of service received at Botanique, and he or she is ready to write a positive comment on a review aggregated platform, as well as promote the restaurant to friends and colleagues in person. Complete. The customer has completed the customer journey and is now fully aware of what Botanique has to offer. He or she will probably go out to eat there again, but might also repeat the customer journey with an entirely new restaurant next time round. Although this might seem easy, creating a customer journey map with different touch points is only the starting point of the digital experience, as each stage needs to be scrutinized to understand what customers are thinking. Businesses are encouraged to look at customer actions, emotions, motivations, questions, and barriers for each stage of the customer journey. What is the customer doing at each stage, and how are they feeling? What motivates someone to move to the next stage, and what holds them back? Which external barriers such as price, checkout, or delivery are preventing a client from moving on to the next stage? These kind of questions should be part of the initial market research before implementing a marketing plan. Understanding the purchase cycle. The purchase cycle is part of the customer journey, which specifically looks at different key moments of truth, KMOTs, that occur when a customer buys something. This part of the journey is an important step to delve into, as digital technologies can easily be applied to enhance the customer experience. To illustrate this, we'll consider a booking at a hotel called Hotel Flora in Glasgow. Stimulus. The purchase cycle starts with stimulus. Suppose the clients are not aware of Hotel Flora, or they might know about it, but are not planning to visit Glasgow. The stimulus is the first stage where digital technologies can be applied to direct clients to a business through sound marketing campaigns. Zero moment of truth. The ZMOT occurs when a potential client recognizes a need and goes online to search for a service desired through popular websites such as booking.com or hostelworld.com, or directly through a search engine search such as hotels in Glasgow. This often happens in the pre-booking stage, which means that the seller might not even know that the potential client exists. First moment of truth. The FMOT is the point at which the customer tries the service or product purchased. In our case, this would be during the booking phase and in the pre-departure phase when a client is preparing to go on his trip to Glasgow. During this stage, Hotel Flora can upsell or promote add-ons to increase revenue, such as half-board or full-board basis, airport transfers, excursions, and so on. Second moment of truth. The SMOT happens after the customer has purchased a product or service and made use of it, which in our example can be identified as the full stay at Hotel Flora. At this stage, businesses hope that the customer experience meets the pre-purchase expectations. Ultimate moment of truth. In the final stage, the UMOT, the customer experience at the Hotel Flora is shared as the customer becomes a fan and brand ambassador by disseminating information on social media channels. This then becomes the next customer's stimulus, and the cycle repeats itself. During the purchase cycle, there are many opportunities for tourism SMEs to implement digital technologies to influence their customers. This can range from raising brand awareness to upselling other products and services, and even on-site and in-app purchases.
Well, Valletta Cruise Port is the name of the company, but we operate two facets of businesses here. We operate the landside activities, which is locally known as the Valletta Waterfront, where we have a number of bars and restaurants and obviously offices as well. And we operate the seaside segment, which is related to the cruise activity. Obviously, in terms of digitalization, we had a shift from traditional marketing into digital marketing techniques. Most commonly is the website, obviously, whereby through the website we provide information to cruise lines on what berthing schedules we have, etc., and what type of berths we have and all the technical aspects of it. And with respect to the local community, we obviously advertise the Valletta Waterfront because we have regular activities, usually on a month-to-month basis. The most important aspect of digital marketing is the direct communication, direct feedback you get from customers and from users. In fact, we did give it a big push. In fact, now we have 18,000 subscribers to our Facebook page. Like I said before, it's a perfect way to communicate with your audience. And nowadays, mobile phones have become also computers, mini computers. So people are outside, you can access your mobile all the time, and even push advertising is something that's being currently introduced, that with location services nowadays, if you're close by to our destination, you can also put advertising through that and promote activities, promote special discounts we have, and it is instant. It does work because it gives you an indication of whether the event is going to be attractive to your audience or not, whether there is willing participation or not. And this helps us in the planning better as well, because if we need to cater for more parking, if we need to cater for more events of the sort. So this feedback is very important, and especially from digital marketing and digitalization, is the analytics behind it that are very important for us. Through digital media nowadays, you can actually assess the number of clicks that people access your website, access your Facebook page. So we believe a lot that through visual images, especially videos, I mean, you can give your customers, your patrons, whatever, a real life experience of the product, and it gives them a taste of what to expect. If the first 3 seconds of that video can capture someone's imagination and attention, and you can rest assured that this will help a long way for you to deliver your message. I think the Facebook page must be as engaging as possible, first of all. You need to know your audience as well. I think it needs to be kept alive, refreshed frequently and updated. And most importantly, I think one should go for quality rather than quantity.
Summary and links to next webinar. And with that, we've come to the end of webinar 9. Here are the 3 key takeaways from today's section that you should try to implement in your own business. Understand the stages of the customer journey and the different factors that go into mapping this journey. Identify the purchase cycle for your business and understand the different key moments of truth. Understand how and where different digital technologies can be applied to the purchase cycle to improve overall consumer experience. After finishing webinar 9, we have now provided an overview of the digital customer experience. While this session has covered basic mapping of simple customer journeys, there is no single right way to create such a timeline. Each business is encouraged to find what works best for them through careful, customer-focused market research. Furthermore, SMEs should also recognise the various opportunities present to influence potential customers across the purchase cycle, who in turn can influence others by posting their ratings and reviews. In the next session, we will be covering customer feedback, social customer service, and reputation management, which have been completely redefined with the growth of social media platforms and mobile connectivity. All this and more will be covered in webinar 10.